Hello. Hello. I'm back. Back the next day. Let's go. I'm finally streaming 2 days in a row. Okay. Um, Let me get the game up because I actually don't have it open. Tomorrow should be the release of Skirk and version 5.7. I'm excited. But I don't know if well, let me just boom. There we go. Nice. Okay. Whew. Okay. Let me. Yeah. No idea what. No idea. No, I don't have an idea. Do my commissions for today. Also, I think my resin should be. Yep. It's Gab. Okay. Oh right. Yeah, yeah. Forgot about that. Reading one of those codes. So that's plus 60. That gives me 25. Ah, so that's like. Okay. Nice.
Let's ride.
So what to do?
Rev the engines.
I don't think I have any of the. Yeah. Need to actually do my commissions. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should also do this. Engine repair. Oh no. Oh, I have not done commissions in months in a while.
Get out of here. Off we go.
Let's begin.
Not too shabby. Na, 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 na. Sure. Which one of these are sturdy? Doing? No. Yes. Oh great.
Yahoo! Light it up.
Damn it, get out of the way. Oh. Rope? Oh boy.
Try and stop me. Full throttle.
Okay. Next. gonna have to use Malika for this.
Rev the engines! Pyroclastic surge!
That's laggy.
Full throttle! Here we go!
Way now. Going easy on me.
Brace yourselves! Let's light it up! Rise with the sun!
Nice. What's next? Oh.
Let's play!
Okay, let me just.
Here we go!
Okay,
Rev the engines!
it should be fast.
Full throttle!
Oh, whoop.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Have a safe trip.
Light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
A moment, please.
Come on, get down.
Burn it down!
Nice. Last one is. Huh. You know what? These bundle of commissions today are pretty easy. I shouldn't jinx them.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh.
Rev the engines!
This one should be quick and easy.
Everybody stand back! Light of the blazing sun!
Yep. One attack is all I need. I just need to find anything that I can fight, so I'm not weak as well. Where are all the Healy trolls? The hell? It's so barren over here. There it is. Oh, oh, oh. 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 Ow. Yeah. That's all. Guess so. But that's like 3 hours long or something. Hey. I guess I'll do it. No harm in doing that.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
Thank you, Catherine. Amazing. That puts me at Still the same. Okay. Wait, hold on, does it? Yeah, whatever. Let me just do it on the other server first, and then I don't know. I guess I'll do the mods that get you the quest together. Got some mail. Okay. Huh. What? Oh my god, I'm out of Mora. Oh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Where's the ADs?
Come on, show me your courage.
All right. Let the mountain's veins flood. Teamwork is dream work.
Way now.
Out of the way or get blown away. That was great.
Don't mind the doctor. Let's do this then. Yes, you are.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Shit, Lona gets her bristle back. What? What is it? Oh. Huh. Meant to say Lona gets her burst back so fast. Hello again. Good. I just started this week. Hello.
All right.
Another test
Let's finish
subject.
this
I'm
fast.
feeling kind of sleepy for some reason.
Let's round them up. Everybody stand back.
A moment, please.
Bring it.
The wrong test subject.
Letting brave names echo.
Farming's fine. I mean, other than the fact that, well, I'm kind of poor in Aura right now. It's, fine. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Got an idea. Maybe I should, instead of farming money, I should farm something else. Birthday is coming out tomorrow, so maybe I should. Yep. Nah, it's mostly the farming that's boring.
No Know my sword. Let me weave you
which is
Huh?
why I don't really stream
You're free now.
often.
Mind the wind. Nothing personal. Yeah.
All the repetitive stuff. That's the only thing I can do right now. Ouch.
Not too far now.
Rain cutter.
Midnight Phantasma.
Tell me what you see.
Up and away.
Ugh. God. Hopefully I get something good. Who's my favorite character? Good question. Oh god, these suck. Uh, favorite character. Hard to think. There's a lot of good ones here. I'd say probably. Risley. Look at this guy. An absolute. Okay, but yeah. He's probably my favorite out of everyone. Here, there's a lot of characters. It's probably these two.
No rest for the...
Ah. Good routine.
Witness the power of Gua.
Once there's nothing else to do in the game, it
Time to
really,
say hello. Mind your
it
step.
really feels
Let's go.
dead. But I'm excited though, because tomorrow's the new version, new patch. And oh boy, I'm definitely doing everything to offer it. For sure.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Go. You're free now. Midnight
Skirts finally coming out.
Phantasma. Mind the wind. Nothing personal.
Maybe I'll even stream my polls. Show how that goes. I think I'll do an earlier stream tomorrow. Right now, in my time zone, it's about to be 3 p.m. So, probably around... let's see, what time zone? Let me look at these real quick. Okay, no, these are... see. So for American time, 6 p.m. and in Asia, 7 a.m. Favorite dish, like in general?
Most things in life aren't one and done. Soup.
I mean,
Know my sword.
that's all I'm going to answer.
Witness the power of Gua.
He's free.
I don't know. I like a lot of food.
Tell me what you see.
Top one.
Up and away.
I mean, I guess I
Come here, you little rascal.
no.
Here.
I mean, I like cheesecake. Does that count as an answer?
Rain outlines your fate. No, my
Good enough
soul.
answer for you?
Let me weave.
As you wish, maiden foot. Let's go.
Only thing coming to mind are like sweets and desserts. You know what? I do really love a spit roasted, like spit roasted pork. That stuff's so good. Oh, really? Dang. Hold on. Let me fix that. Actually, no. Just make myself louder. Good. Is that better? I'll go for another run and tell me if it's okay. Let me turn it down more.
No rest for the wicked.
Rain outlines your fate. No, my soul.
But yeah, what I was saying was like,
Not too far now.
I don't know, dishes,
Mind your step.
spit roasted pork. That stuff's really good, but it's kind of like, yeah. But dude, it's so damn crunchy. Like,
Be free.
Rain outlines your fate.
I don't know, it's like
Odds
it's
reveal
really good
us.
stuff.
Tell me what you see.
Witness the power of good wife.
Mind the wind. Come here, you little
Oop.
rascal.
I tried to adjust my settings yesterday. It might have messed up the volume a little bit. Should I set the game lower? Ooh, this is decent. That's trash. Maybe. No, no, no.
I summon.
Rain outlines your fate.
It's so annoying farming
Not
for
too far now.
artifacts.
Time to say
It's
hello.
either you get something good
Let
or you
me
don't.
weave you a verse.
Let's go. Farewell.
Rain outlines
Nope.
your fate. Rain
First.
cutter.
First.
Tell me what you see. Nothing
Boom.
personal.
Up and away.
And bang. Actually, it might be my like. Actually, no, it's not.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Oh crap. Oh.
Be free.
Hmm. Hmm. These suck. Okay. Ugh. Jeez. Oh, I haven't even finished this. Okay, maybe for the rest of the stream I'll do the Abyss. Because I know for sure this is gonna take me a while. Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh. What do we have? But I forgot me. So, um, um, yep, it's there. Wait, is she even built? Oh god, she's not. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Oh. Oh, I see. Oceans have gold. Oh, yeah. Good enough. Alright. Oh god, I hate
Strike
this.
a pose! Precision strike! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Let the world collide!
Now's your chance!
My way now.
Shower me with pain! You had your chance! Bring it!
Let's begin.
Boom. Easy. Okay. Don't worry about this.
Transfixed!
A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Whirling snow!
Wait, why did I? She doesn't have artifacts. Oh my god. Wait, I'm so dumb. Oh my god. You're getting, you're joking. Ah. Oh. Yeah, freaking. Wait, does he even? Okay, 200. Yeah, that's decent. Oh.
Letting brave names echo!
Strike a pose!
Neutralizing threats!
Time to shine!
Let's keep going, team!
Have a safe trip. My way now.
You had your chance!
Shower me with praise!
Bring it!
Let's begin.
Oh, come on.
Overruled!
Remember, health comes first.
Cool it!
Oh, so.
Quietly now, busted! Things are about to get dicey.
This man will be frozen.
Lay to bear!
Mind the side effect.
Witness my rise. Overruled. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun so.
Dodge this.
He
Freeze.
is
Frostbite.
one hour in the game now. What are you feeling? Ah! Okay. Chamber 1 complete. Nice. Energy recharge. That's cool.
Let the
Oh my god,
world
why did
come
it?
alive!
Precision strike.
Oh.
Leave the wounded to me. Hear the echoes of the valley.
Stay cool. Face your guilt. A moment, please.
Now's your chance. Letting grave names echo.
Shower me with praise!
What's the dodge this? A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency.
Here comes the catch. Transfixed.
This world will be frozen in time. Cool it. This is bad.
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled. Gotcha. Quietly now.
Mind the side effect. Dodge this. Cool it. Oh, so sorry.
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted. Gotcha.
Freeze. Ha, cool it.
Holy moly.
Transfixed. Things are about to get dicey.
Remember, health comes first. Dodge this.
Oh, this is really hard.
Quietly now.
This world will be frozen in time.
Game's up. Fun's over. Overruled. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
One. Nice. Woo. Okay. Actually, so this is the go. Nice. Woo. Okay.
Behold,
You had your chance. Bring it.
has come.
Ah,
In the name of the truth, the power of revelation, the truth
strike a pose!
set you free. Hear ye the word of joy. Grace be upon
Alright.
you. The power of revelation shall
Shower me with praise!
Let's begin. Have a safe trip.
Let's keep going, team. Precision strike.
Time to shine!
Bring it.
A moment, please.
Lake bare. Busted.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite. Taking a turn for the better.
Things are about to get dicey. Witness my rise.
The doctor was seen.
Quietly now. Bust it.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen into a bitter pill to swallow. Dodge this!
Gotcha.
Mind the side effects.
Okay.
Cool it! Seems like an emergency. Dodge this! What's the...
Here comes the catch.
Don't get frostbite.
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed. Take it easy. Busted.
Cool it!
Oh. Okay. Are you kidding? Oh no. I mean, this is obviously... But then... Hmm. Three... This is... Oh, this is gonna kill me.
Laid bare. Gotcha. Busted.
This is order. Solidified.
Quietly now.
Order guide you.
Game's up. Fun's over. Overruled. Gotcha. Quietly now.
This is order.
Here comes the catch. Laid bare. Gotcha. Take it easy.
Order guide you.
Game's up. Fun's over. Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Stabilize.
Quietly now. Gotcha. Busted.
Gather.
Here comes the catch. Overruled.
Oh, this is not fast enough.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Quietly now.
I will have order. Solidified.
Things are about to get dicey.
This is why I need to build my kingdom more.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Oh, not the guy.
Spirit to life.
Gather. Solidify.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Lock on.
This is where you fall.
I think I should just pass on.
Things are about to get dicey. Overruled. Winging it wasn't the best idea. Quite.
This is order. Stabilize.
Busted. Laid bare. Game's up. Fun's over. Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Very well. Consider your strength acknowledged.
Let my name echo in song.
You had your chance. Now's your chance.
Let's begin.
Oh, yeah, this is not.
Yoo-hoo!
Neutralizing threats.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it.
Leave the wounded to me.
On the way now. Time to improvise.
Oh,
Strike a pose.
You had your chance.
oh, this is so fun.
Now's
I
your chance.
love
Let's begin.
this. Oh my god.
Precision strike.
Bring it.
A moment, please.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Leave the wounded to me. Neutralizing threat.
Let the world collide.
Way now.
going, team? Yoo-hoo!
Let's begin.
Zero stars. Okay. Yeah, no. This Spiral Abyss is way too hard for me. Mm-mm. Hell no. Hell no. At least I got my 100.
Ad Astra.
Mm.
Thank you for complete. Ad
Nice.
Astra.
And then boop, boom, and done. How much do we got saved up? We have 22, 18. Oh, it didn't change. Ah, I see. Wow. Like I said, at least I have like 40 pulls ready for the day when it comes.
Be right there. Kia.
Till then. Oh, right. I just got off yesterday with doing this. I guess I should finish it now.
Let's go.
What did he shoot? What the hell?
Mind the wind.
Oh, this place is as empty as ever. Yeah. Oh, I gotta read this. I found it. An unknown period of time elapsed before a group of mechanical puppets finally cleared the rubble. Read the protagonist and reactivated her. They told her, "You have been buried here for thousands of years. The mechanical puppets now rule the world." It turned out that the puppets who had started the uprising were none other than the protagonist's companions, whom she had rescued all those years ago. The protagonist was now revered as a hero by all of puppet kind. The mechanical puppets asked the protagonist what she wishes for, but she only wishes for one thing.
Huh. The plot here seems a little different from what the reviews said.
The protagonist wanted to return to the stage, so the puppets replaced all her parts with the latest ones available, built her a grand opera house, and summoned a huge audience.
And in the end, she forgot herself amidst the applause and cheers of her fellow puppets.
Hey, no spoilers. Huh?
Wait, hang on, that's not even what's happening. The set has changed back to the one from the first.
Oh, Archons. Please let this work out.
No need to be so nervous, Director Mariu. We only told you Lynette would be quitting the show to get you to make a decision. We wanted you to believe that this show would have to end after today, no matter what you decided. But in truth, I believe that if we choose our words carefully, there's no reason we can't get Maloney to come around.
You really thought this plan through. What's worrying me now isn't how Maloney will react, or it's the audience. What if people only came to see the show for Lynette? It feels like I've been hiding.
We're right here with you.
Amidst the ruins. Original script. Protagonist rejects the other puppet's offer of new parts and a grand stage built in her honor. Her only wish is to see her companions again. But she is told that they gave their lives for the revolution. Their bodies lie buried in the ruins where they first met. The protagonist returns to the ruins alone, to where her journey first began. She performs one last dance before the graves of her companions. Her circuitry burns out, her parts become loose and fall from her body. But she keeps dancing until her body completely shuts down. It has taken her thousands of years, but alas, she has finally found a reason for dancing.
Wow. Okay, this ending is much better.
I love how they brought back the set from Act 1 and gave it a whole new meaning. What a fantastic twist.
Gorgeous.
Time for the curtain call. It's the moment of truth. The applause continue after I take off the mask. I could always leave my mask on. No one would ever know.
Ooh, there's Farina clapping.
This is what fame looks like, when it's truly deserved.
Jillian,
I think I
you were
remember what happened
amazing!
in the
Cyril was
here.
tearing up when you did your final solo dance.
Well, so are you.
Really? I was so nervous. My legs felt like they turned to jelly.
What looked like an actor unsteady on her feet was in fact a poignant expression of the protagonist's frailty in her last moments. Or whatever.
Hey, Mario! What the heck was that?
Our articles are...
Hey now,
Yep.
it was...
Hold on.
They're all getting angry.
The
Ooh.
decision was mine, and mine alone. They had nothing to do with it. If you have any concerns, gentlemen, then please direct them to me.
Marry you. So it was you.
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on?
Alright,
Why was
Lenny's
Lynette
in on
not
it
in the
too.
lead role? It took a lot of
Lenny,
Wait, Blinny, as a matter of fact, this was a piece of performance art. In this play, the masks and costumes serve to obscure. We took that idea to the next level with an actor swap, blurring the lines.
What?
It's similar to deceiving
Smart.
the audience in a magic show. We employed this technique as a means of breaking the fourth wall. It allows the audience to more intuitively understand the cognitive dissonance felt by the protagonist as a machine trying to reconcile the notion of her humanity. The audience's experience mirrors the protagonist's own confusion.
hold up. What is this nonsense?
Oh, I see. Well, bravo, Director Mariu. You even had me fooled.
That's probably more because you just don't really understand avant-garde art very well, Lenny.
Maybe so, maybe so. Well, perhaps...
You must have worked it out by the end of the first half, surely. Mr. Amory, I just heard that you managed to write your review after just the first 2 acts.
I'm sure that would help director marry you by setting future audiences up for the surprise twist at the end.
Yes, you're right. Director Mary,
sure.
you and I are old friends. You should have said something. Then I could have played along even better.
Yes, well, to deceive the audience, you must first deceive your closest companions.
You mean your show was partly inspired by Lynette's background in magic? Well, in that case, I'll have to plug it to everyone I know.
Unfortunately, I think Mr. Maloney is going to cancel the show.
Cancel the show? Mr. Maloney, is this true?
While I accept that deceiving the audience in the manner you did certainly has artistic merit, this is not a magic show, and we don't want our audience demanding their money back.
A very valid criticism, and one that I humbly accept. If that happens, we're prepared to reimburse and apologize to any audience members who weren't satisfied with the experience.
But based on the reaction today, I think that what most people want to see is an excellent piece of theater and not celebrity cameos.
Plus, it looks like Jillian is better than me at delivering the excellence people want to see. I'm sure audiences will be very happy with the show if she's allowed to stay in the leading role.
Wouldn't you say Jillian's was the performance of a lifetime?
Maloney, I believe there should still be time to tweak my article. From the look on Lynette's face, I think she's being sincere.
Oh, one other thing. We managed to get a meeting with Lady Farina earlier. All thanks to the Traveler's reputation, of course. Anyway, she agreed to write a review focusing on Jillian's performance and the quality of the show as a whole. She promised to give her honest opinion. And I'm sure today's audience will be discussing her performance too. There's sure to be a variety of opinions.
What about you, Mr. Quarantine? How would you rate the show?
Oh, I mean, art at its finest, clearly. But I'll have to give it some thought before I decide exactly what to write.
Oh, of course. Always good to put some thought into these things. Especially now, with a growing range of voices out there. I imagine competition for readers becomes more fierce when everyone's discussing the topic.
Quarantine, Amory, let's go.
Amazing job.
Thank you both so much. Without the two of you, who knows how much further down that cynical path I would have gone. I always told myself that once I'd made enough Mora, I'd get back to doing what I loved. But somewhere along the way, I started to lose sight of what that was. Just like those critics with their dishonest reviews, I became all about the trappings of success, at the expense of the art itself.
At least you came to your senses just on time. And you've got an amazing group of talented people behind you.
You're right. Yes. I'm a very lucky man. Anyway, enough about my problems. What are we going to do about the threat letter that Lynette received? I've been looking into it a lot over the past couple of days.
Ah, yes, about that.
Lynette, do you have a moment?
Wait, you're Jillian's sister, right?
I'm sorry. Gina insisted on coming to see Lynette. I couldn't stop her. Lynette, I'm sorry!
Oh. Lynette just shot me a glance. I think she's unsure which mode to use in this situation. What this is. Oh wait, literally course.
Yeah, me neither.
Wait. But.
Oh, do you mean when we ran into you at the Fleuve Sandra? And you said some mean things to me? As I recall, you were only trying to look out for your sister. It was just a few words spoken in anger. Don't worry. Whatever it was you said, I've already forgotten.
Oh. I see. Well, it sounds like Gina knows what she did was wrong. Owning up to your mistakes and committing to do better in the future is what counts.
I understand that feeling of wanting to stand up for your family when they're being mistreated. Really, I do. But next time, maybe consider a different tactic? Something you can pull off more effectively, and without arousing suspicion.
Alright, that's enough. Stop giving her
Got
ideas.
it. Thank you, Lynette. Why do I feel like I'm missing something here?
Hey, here you are. I was wondering where you'd all run off to.
Great! Everyone's in one place. That makes this so much easier.
What's up?
What do you think? It's group photo time. We have to commemorate the debut of the lost puppet. Okay, everyone, we all have pretty awkward smiles on our faces in the photo from Hotel de Boer.
Okay.
Oh, am I really not allowed to force a smile?
Is smiling tough for you?
I'll try, I suppose. I think I can manage.
Lynette, Traveler, come on. You two should be right in the middle.
3, 2, 1, smile!
Oh. Look at that. And oh boy. Yep. So folks, let's do this one. How do I? Huh? How do I do this? Hold on. How can I? Okay, guess I'll get out of here. Fine. So how exactly do I? Oh, I. How did I not see this? It's literally in the. Ah, this like damn microphone stands covering.
Mind the wind.
I'll just skip the rest of here.
Thank you.
That letter? I was the one who wrote it.
Gasp.
What?
Gina? So it was you?
Director, it's time for. Oh, okay. Weird energy here.
I think we came at a bad time.
Lynette, Gina must have been worried sick about me. I'm sure even she wouldn't. Jillian, no! This is completely my fault. And I'm the one who should have to bear the consequences. I got the wrong end of the stick and completely misjudged Lynette.
Shall we hear what Lynette has to say?
Well, since I haven't actually suffered any losses, maybe we could just let this one slide?
Really? Are you sure?
After all, Gina wouldn't be the first person to ever misjudge me, right?
Oh, true.
True. True.
In any case, I think we can all agree it was a misunderstanding and nothing more. No need to overcomplicate things.
But still, I was wrong to write that letter. I should own up to my actions, make it up to you in some way.
She seems pretty insistent.
If that's what you really want, then how about helping out backstage?
Huh? Backstage?
The crew could always use an extra hand. Plus, it'll give give your older sister a chance to keep an eye on you and stop
Okay.
you getting into any more trouble.
Thank you, Lynette. Really. Thank you so much.
The whirlwind of events is finally resolved. You're finally awake. The show's about to start.
Is it? I'm so much more at home here in the audience. I get to sit on a comfy seat, and I don't have to activate my energy-consuming modes all the time.
Sounds like Gina got more than she bargained for out of that backstage job. You gave her your supporting role in the play too?
Mary said she's a very promising young actress, and she has natural chemistry with her older sister. In their capable hands, the show doesn't need me to attract an audience anymore. Phew. Freedom at last.
You don't feel even a little bit disappointed? Fame was right around the corner.
Fame is more trouble than it's worth.
True.
I'd rather leave that side of things to my brother and the others. I'm happiest when I get to sit in a quiet place, watch them do their thing, and cheer them on.
Like you're doing now.
Yep, exactly like I'm doing now.
Wow. And we're just watching the show. Jeez, does the traveler's clothes always glow so brightly? The hell? Well, let's go see this one. So back all the way here. One of the endings is right there.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let me fix the time. Should be around. Okay, let's see.
Huh.
Oh.
I didn't like that.
Oh.
Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see. 4.
Oh.
Well,
No helping Bonnie.
the card, if you want to get the right answer, you... So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave... Or... Why don't... Thank you. Here, take the phaetometer. Also, if...
Let's see.
Alright.
Boom. 9.
So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner?
I have to ask about this
There's
deck of
20 cards in
cards.
total. I should also mention, this time the cutoff was 5. To put it in perspective,
So how do you plan to find Bonnie's owner?
I think I'll go to the Steam.
Sure, if it means I get to hang out with you a little bit longer. And this is going to this thing. Wanna get this ending first, hold on.
Huh, I didn't like that.
Good.
Huh?
Hey there. If it was that urgent, someone would have come looking by now. That applies both to your troop and to Bonnie's owner.
What you're saying is... Is that really okay?
Well, Bonnie sure seems to like that idea. Nope.
Maybe not. Besides, if someone does come looking for me or...
Darn it.
So, we're...
It's making me do this a lot. Hey. Oh boy.
Huh. I didn't like that.
Let's keep trying this again.
Huh? What is that real?
Boom. Yes.
You make a good point.
We can just stick around here for a while. So if anyone does come looking for you, they'll find you.
Okay, well, assuming Bonnie hasn't strayed too far from where she went missing, there's a chance we might bump into her owner in either the Steambird offices or the restaurant. So, stick around here in standby mode? Yeah, that suits me.
If you're going to standby mode, shall we find some cat food?
Oh, good idea. Bonnie's definitely hungry.
If we're getting cat food, should we get some snack for us too?
May as well. We could be here a while.
Well, since we got cat food and snacks, let's find a place to chill.
When I was trying to find some...
Chill. Okay. Let's go to the Steambird.
Every stupendous day starts with a Steambird. Oh, hi Lynette. Hi Traveler. What can I help you with?
We wanted to Tales of Humanity called. Any commissions in there about a missing cat?
Yep.
Why, of course. What a kind thing to do.
Well, we've registered you as missing. Also, I just wanted to say thanks for keeping us company for so long. Well, I should probably head back to the drinks reception. Hopefully, if you've got some time, you should stop by my place. All right.
Looking forward to it. Wait, next. Is this still? Oh yeah. Boop.
Mind the wind.
Whoosh. What is going on here?
I believe this cat belongs to me.
I already told you, this isn't your cat.
Just take a breather, you two.
What's going on?
Oh, you're here. As you can probably see,
This is my friend's cat. He's preoccupied with some important business, so I came to retrieve her in his stead.
No. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society. Bonnie?
That's the name of...
Let's see. Damn it!
Well, this complicates things.
There's no way to tell her owner
I
is...
told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust me.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? We've got so many strays, dogs, cats. She just looked somewhat familiar. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as that. Even if that's not the case, the Humane Society could still take... we're an organization that specializes in rescuing and sheltering stray animals. We've been in business for several decades now.
The Humane Society. Huh.
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that means the...
It belongs to my friend.
With us here to keep watch, it
Go
should be
on,
fine.
Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but, well, I suppose this means I still have a missing cat?
So, is this your friend's cat?
Oh, yes, exactly.
Wait a second. You lied earlier, didn't you?
Lied? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern, the way they hold themselves. The things that can give you away are often more numerous than you would think.
What are you talking about? The way I see it, you're
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. But your breathing pattern hasn't changed one bit.
No.
In fact, it's been strangely calm and measured this entire time. If you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get. If you're a good guy...
And you're basing this off of?
Intuition. Nothing more.
Intuition. You're right. I'm a member of the Guards. The name's Elodie. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. This cat here... Bonnie was her name? Well, her owner is one of the prime suspects of our investigation.
Oh wow, okay.
A couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that we were on his tail and fled. That's most likely how he got separated from the cat. I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd come back for her. But, it looks like I overestimated him.
If I were on the run, I don't think I'd come back either.
The impact of this case has been huge. The Marechaussee Phantom, the Guards, and the Special Patrol have all launched a new kind of illegal drug. Imitation synth. We confiscated all the synth on the market, but addiction isn't something that goes away overnight. And criminals are all too eager to capitalize on that addiction.
Imitation
That was the
synth.
impetus for imitation synth. Needless. After the original synth debacle, we put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. The perpetrators got smart. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down evidence of some early transactions. The Marechaussee Phantom launched an investigation to track down every person in Fontaine capable of producing a drug like that. He's a researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. The Marechaussee Phantom found him in Poisson. In addition to the cat. At first, there wasn't much cause for suspicion. A search of his house didn't reveal much to go up. It was only later that we realized the coat of arms on his pendant belonged to none other than the Lefebvre. Obviously, this discovery prompted a further investigation into Pierre. At that point, however...
That's not possible, actually.
Exactly. Many years ago, several important members of the family, including the patriarch, were murdered by an assassin. The family is engaged in all manner of crimes. As you can imagine, Pierre is one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. His true identity... Well, my fellow guards have told me all about how smart and courageous you both are. There could be a chance that Pierre, or one of his accomplices, might attempt to get close to Bonnie. Now that you've been briefed on this... If I take Bonnie back to the guards with me, there's no way Pierre will try and come for her. I have to admit, I'm not holding out too much hope that Pierre will come back for her. But if there's even the slightest chance, then it's worth a shot. Well, I've got some other leads to follow up on. If Pierre does appear, please contact me right away.
You don't look so good.
It's nothing. I'm fine. It's just... the head of the Lefebvre
Oh my
family.
god, I knew it.
He was the eminent person who kidnapped me all those years ago. It was at a dinner party. Someone tricked me into boarding the Lefebvre family carriage. Whoever it was, they took me back to their home. But before anything worse could happen, Father intervened.
So that's what happened. Then the assassin Elodie mentioned?
Yep. Father was the one who orchestrated the fall of the Lefebvre family.
Oh.
That's what led Lenny and I to join the
Dang.
House of the Hearth.
Holy crap.
After all these years. I never thought I'd hear the Lefebvre name again.
You okay?
Don't worry about me. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I was just thinking about Lenny. he's been acting strange recently. He avoids me for days on thinking about it now.
Dang.
It's almost like the one I drew from that deck of cards was part of his plan all along.
You think he knows about
It's
Pierre?
very possible. I'm sure he tried to send me away because he was afraid it would bring up some painful memories for me.
Oh.
Even after all these years, he's still as overprotective as ever. You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run into him along the way.
Along the way? Are we going somewhere?
Yep. I want to head to the Fontaine Research Institute to learn more information about Pierre. Just let me activate search mode and then we'll head out. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into Linny along the way.
Are you trying to help out Lenny with his investigation, or are you trying to prove
A
yourself?
little bit of both, perhaps. For the most part, though, I just have the sense that something's not right. Something isn't adding up about Pierre's story. I'm just not sure what.
You also want to know what secrets he's hiding. Sometimes you just gotta take the bull by the horns, right?
Okay, I'll write a letter explaining everything to the crew. Once that's done, we can head out.
Let's go.
I forgot oh my god, I'm supposed to be farming, but I'm doing Lynette's hangout quest. Oh, completely got derailed. What else?
Mind the wind.
Fine. Bruce and Lenny.
Lynette, you're, not at rehearsal?
No.
You can drop the act, brother. In fact, I don't think either of us will have a need for acting anytime soon. You should know better than to try and keep something from me. You've never been able to do that, even when we were kids.
And that's why I tried to distract you with the masked mime show. But I guess you're just too good.
Care to introduce us to your new assistant?
This is Officer Shovras, captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. You may have met her already.
We meet again.
Nice to see you. I should clarify something. Mr. Linney's here at my invitation, not the other way around. To borrow your expression, Miss Lynette, I suppose that would make him my assistant more than anything. We've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a perpetrator who used magic tricks to commit crimes. I was hoping he'd be able to provide some valuable insight this time around as well.
Are you here because of the Lefebvre case?
So you've heard everything then?
That's exactly why we're here. There's always been questions surrounding the fall of the Lefebvre family. Some people even believe the House of the Hearth was involved. Whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. This very fact, however, leads me to believe it was indeed the work of that Harbinger. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Let's just say it wasn't hard to deduce that there's ill will between you two. Don't worry, I don't have any evidence to that effect, and I certainly don't plan on going to bat for such a despicable family. Plus, you were victims back then more than anything. I sought Mr. Linney's help with the smuggling case. Nothing more. The way I look at it, it's a collaboration between us as people, not the organizations we represent. Besides, by working together, we can expose the truth as quickly as possible. You can hardly say that's at odds with the justice my organization strives for.
I'm assuming you wouldn't be opposed to some extra help.
Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette.
Nice.
It's just that my assistant here raised some objections.
Linny, I'm not the same person I was back then. That little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner in fear. She doesn't need saving anymore.
I know you want to protect your little sister, but little sisters don't stay little forever.
I'm sorry, Lynette. You're right. I let my concerns get the better of me.
Oh, and the next time you want to distract me, you should try a different approach.
Who's this? You pick up a stray while I was gone?
It's a bit complicated. I'll explain later. Anyway, her name's Bonnie.
Well, if there are no objections, then I suppose the only thing left to say is... Lynette, Traveler, welcome to the team.
Woohoo! It appears the Lefebvre family was very particular in their use of insignias and emblems. The family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was discovered on the pendant was used to represent an illegitimate child.
Oh.
It's highly likely. That very status might have been what allowed him to emerge from the fall of his family relatively unscathed. It would also explain why he was able to assume a new identity.
We discovered something interesting, though. After talking to some of his co-workers, it appears he pretty much works at the Institute in name only. He's practically been cast out.
What happened?
Apparently, Pierre was once addicted to synth.
Oh.
He tried to use the resources at the Institute to create a substance with a similar effect. He claimed it was just for research purposes, but the Institute revoked his access to the relevant materials regardless. He was placed on disciplinary leave, pending a thorough investigation of his actions. But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a timing issue. In any case, they had to table their formal investigation into Pierre. Unfortunately, that also included reporting any relevant information to the higher authorities.
Dang.
As for his family background, it appears none of his co-workers at the Institute were aware of that information. All they could tell us was that he was quite the recluse.
Maybe we'll have to take our investigations elsewhere then. Did you find anything useful at his residence?
Other than the pendant, we didn't find anything else of note at his residence in Poisson. Based on the samples of imitation synth we've been able to analyze, it appears the substance leaves behind strong traces wherever it's produced or stored. Those traces might not be obvious to the casual observer, but they're not something our guard poodles would miss. Pierre's home, though, came up completely clean.
Oh.
We didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either. So, the Marechaussee Phantom didn't view him as a major suspect at first.
Maybe he had a separate, dedicated area where he made the imitation synth.
Well, his neighbors did say he was often gone for long stretches of time. You would think with him out and about so much, people would have spotted him around Poisson, but residents said they barely ever saw him in town. If his reclusive nature was just a matter of keeping a low profile, I guess it would make sense for him to have a secret base to carry out his business.
After he disappeared, the guards conducted a thorough search of Poisson, but they didn't come across any suspicious locations.
Poisson.
What is it, Lynette?
You know Hotel de Boer, where I first found Bonnie? To get there from Poisson, you have to cross a stretch of ocean. It's not somewhere a cat could just wander off on its own.
A cat? You mean...
Bonnie is Pierre's cat.
Oh, that's right! When the Marechaussee Phantom first tracked him down, I remember there being something about a cat in their report. So this is her?
From what we've learned about Pierre's habits, he doesn't seem like the type to venture out without a purpose. So what you're saying, Lynette, is that Bonnie couldn't have gone missing in Poisson. If that's true, then...
She must have wandered off only after Pierre brought her to a secret
Exactly.
base.
Bonnie might even know where it is.
Wait, you think the cat can lead us there?
I can give it a go. Okay, this one. Yes.
Near the coast, the beach.
Well, I've certainly never taken a witness statement like this before.
Well, if it works out, maybe it's something worth getting used to.
Cats and humans are actually pretty alike. When it comes to communication, most of what we want to convey can be accomplished through body language. Of course, body language has its limitations.
The important thing is that we now have a lead. Let's try and find a place that matches the clues Bonnie gave us.
Oh.
Seems like Bonnie is trying to take us somewhere. Gardamex ahead.
Look out!
Oh.
Witness the power of go! You're free now. Not too
Fucking
far
easy.
now.
Push. Boom. Boom.
Mind your step.
Boom. 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 Oh, there's more? Ah, shoot.
No, my sword!
Time to say hello.
By royal decree, let me weave you a verse.
Nothing personal. Mind the wind.
Near the bit. Oh. The heck? So this is just sitting here?
Wow, Lynette, you found this place so easily. If I thought there was any chance you'd say yes, I'd recruit you into the Special Patrol here and now. No questions asked.
Sounds familiar. I pretty much receive letters daily from people trying to poach her from me.
Let's just focus on our search. There's a lot to investigate.
Let's see.
Aha! Just as we thought. This is where the imitation synth was being made.
Wow, so many bottles. These bottles and jars, they're all imitation synths.
Looks like he's got more than just imitation synths stashed around here. In addition to the raw materials needed to synthesize the substance,
wow.
these cleaning agents are likely used to dispel traces of the substance. The Special Patrol did some digging into imitation synth. Our records indicate that it must have taken a considerable amount of time, but what are these other drugs for?
Yeah. So strange. What the heck is that?
The material these bags are made of, it's quite rare.
Doesn't it look similar to the material used for your magic pockets?
It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. But there's something special about the composition of these bags.
Whoa, what?
I took a closer look, and it appears they're not only waterproof, but also corrosion and leak resistant. Even the strings look specially designed. I came across some bags made of the same material just now, but they were much smaller and thinner. From the look of them, they seemed far less durable as well.
So, kind of like one of those small sealed bags?
Very similar, actually. Normally, it would be easy for a guard poodle to sniff out the imitation synth, but if it was sealed away in a bag like that, it might be possible to elude detection for— But what could these big bags be for then? If the goal is to keep the imitation synth—
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched Pierre's house, there was no sign of these barrels, right?
He must have moved them, but carrying them all the way out here would attract way too much attention.
You're right. That doesn't seem like his way of doing things. How did he get them here, then?
Oh my god. He went inside the barrel.
Only the lower halves of the barrels appear to have been.
Based on
Barrels
the
are his
various
getaway.
ingredients we found, this appears to be where Pierre was cooking up his imitation synth. It looks like he used a special cleaning agent to get rid of any residual traces of the substance on his person before he left. That's how he was able to get past the guard poodles.
That's why the Marche say Phantom didn't find anything suspicious in his home.
So then he transferred the imitation synth into small sealed bags and took it somewhere else for the drop-off.
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of person who'd go around carrying incriminating. The cleaning agent and the sealed bags might get past the guard poodles. But if a member of the public or even a guard on patrol happened to see him during the drop-off...
The barrels we found were wet around the base, but the top half was dry.
Yeah, look at that.
If you put a barrel in the water, it will normally float on its side. Unless it's
Big
heavily...
bags full of air.
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water.
You think he used floating barrels? I suppose if he acted at night, when there are very...
But then, wouldn't the barrels be carried off by the waves or the currents? How would the person doing the pickup know where to look?
Traveler, can you come take a dip in the sea with me?
Okay. Let's go for a swim. Woohoo! Oh, whoa. It's a boat.
The wreckage of a small boat?
Oh, my cat's is here. Hello there. What's this?
Got it. Time to go up and report.
Great. Why can't I? Huh?
Easy now, Kakuku.
As expected, we found a few pieces of rope and some anchoring stones underwater. If you attach them to a floating barrel, it would look like this.
Oh.
With this anchoring system, it would be possible to use floating barrels for the drop-off. You would just need to drop them in the water at the agreed-upon location. We also came across the wreckage of a small boat. It must have been left out on the water and capsized due to the force of the wind and waves.
Let's talk this through. Based on the evidence we've collected, it seems like Pierre would row a small boat out to the agreed-upon transfer point, drop off the barrels, leave, and then row back and retrieve them after the transfer was complete.
It could be that he was trying to avoid meeting up with his associate face-to-face, as...
It seems like Pierre deliberately chose the floating barrel method so that the goods could be dropped off and picked up at...
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close working relationship.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Assumptions can be detrimental to solving a case. The most important thing is that we can now confirm Pierre wasn't acting alone. Let's say for now that he was only in charge of producing the imitation synth. That would mean there has to be at least one other person.
Since we've determined that the goods were transported by boat, maybe we can track down some travel logs or something.
We can certainly check the various ports for that information. Absolutely. Before Pierre disappeared, we made sure to investigate. Unfortunately, we were never able to find out how they managed to get the imitation synth across the border. You're right. Whatever vessel was used for the pickup, the person responsible for smuggling the substance out of Fontaine would have had to use a larger vessel. They must have found a way to disguise the imitation synth to clear port inspections. Exactly. We can't let any opportunities slip through the cracks.
I'll run home and ask some of my brothers and sisters to try.
I should also head back and update my platoon on our progress. I'll grab some reinforcements while I'm at it. Lynette, Traveler, why don't you head to Lumiduce Harbor and see what you can find out?
All right. Come on, Bonnie. You too.
Lumidu's Harbor. It's all the way over here. But
Let's go.
Oh, Lynette, traveler. And Bonnie, too. What brings you all here?
Did something happen?
we're here to check the travel logs.
Oh. I see. Thank you for everything you're doing for the people of Fontaine.
So, what are you doing here?
I'm in charge of guarding the port. You mentioned you were after some travel logs, right? I can go fetch those for you.
Oh, she
Looks
goes.
like I've got another hard day of work ahead of me.
Are things usually pretty hectic around here?
No, not usually. It's this incident that happened recently. Before that, everything was normal. All we had to do was confiscate anything suspicious and we could call it a day. Pretty simple stuff. But things are much more complicated now. We somehow let suspicious cargo pass through the port undetected. Not even our guard poodles were able to sniff it out. Even worse, we still don't know how the perpetrator was able to conceal the goods so well.
By suspicious cargo, do you mean imitation synth?
Yep. However, prohibited substances are just one example. We confiscate.
So what happens to the goods you confiscate?
Oh, we keep them in a storage locker. If they turn out to be something particularly dubious, if the goods are only slightly suspicious but could otherwise be harmless, like raw materials that could potentially be used to create contraband, we return them to the ship they were confiscated from, instead—
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, you brought—
Actually, he followed me here himself. Huh. I wonder why Gerard is reacting to you two so strongly.
Huh? We were so careful not to touch it, but we still ended up with traces on us.
Why don't you have a look at the travel logs first?
Oh.
The Humane Society. Their name is all over the exit logs.
Ah, the director of the organization explained that, actually. He said a lot of the cat and dog breeds unique to Fontaine are also very popular overseas.
Bernard, the director of the Humane Society. Have you figured it out too, Traveler? When Bernard asked to take a closer look at Bonnie, he was actually checking whether there was any imitation synth in her stomach.
What the hell?
Wait, what?
The sealed bags we found at the secret base. They were specially made, and there were gaps around the lids of the barrels, and airbags were used to keep them upright in the water. Those drug shovers found at the secret base. She most likely didn't recognize them because they're not used on human beings. It's an Pierre must have made the animals swallow the sealed bags full of imitation synth at his secret base. Then he stuffed them into floating barrels and left the rest to Bernard.
What the hell?
The sealed bags combined with an animal's body odor would certainly be enough.
During our inspections, we would have never thought to inspect the bellies of those animals for anything suspicious.
Exactly. I bet Bernard even transported animals with synth in their stomach alongside ones without. That way, it would be even... She's probably in the clear. Otherwise, Bernard would have never left without her. I'm guessing he didn't. Just imagine. He sees the notice we put in the Steambird, and it turns out that one of the very cats he gave to... If Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth, then Bonnie would...
So, that's why he came to find you?
Wait a second, I'm a little lost here. I get the part about hiding the substance in the pet. If you've got something as convenient as a floating barrel, why not just stuff it with the imitation synth directly?
In order to make sure the animals could swallow the sealed bags, they made them extremely thin. Had they not done that, the animals would have likely bitten or chewed through them. That step would have required a lot of energy, as well as a certain amount of technical expertise. We've already proven how easy it is to pick up trace amounts of imitation synth, so I'm sure...
Okay, then let's head to the Humane Society.
Yeah, what the hell? Oof. That is... Jeez. Seriously? Smuggling it through animals? What the hell? Oh.
The headquarters of the Humane Society should be somewhere around here.
Ah, here are the people from earlier.
After him! We can't let him get away!
Oh. Oh, shoot. Wait, no. Why is it only Lynette? Oh, hey. Oh, it's a guard back. Get him! Yeah.
Give it up, Bernard.
Mercy. Have mercy.
The Humane Society has done so much good over the years.
Look, I didn't have a choice, okay? My father cared about those blasted animals so much, he didn't bother to take care.
No one asked. Tell me, how did you first get to know Pierre?
Well, after I took over the Humane Society, it gradually became harder and harder to maintain its operations. Until one day, it said that I could stand to get a large sum of money as long as I helped them to transport some animals abroad. It was only after, but then Pierre wrote to me, saying that we were already
You knew it from the very beginning, didn't you?
I'd suggest that you confess everything right now if you don't want to...
Yes, officer. I would order wooden barrels and flotation devices according to his instructions, and then load the sleeping animals onto a boat. Once I sailed to the location, and a few days after that, I'd come by again in my boat and pick up the animals sleeping in the barrels. Oh, that guy, Pierre, he was running the entire show. He set up all the meeting times and found all the foreign adopters. Oh, and he even supplied... Look, I don't know, okay? I've never...
And when did he send his final letter to you?
Just last night. He said that the Marechaussee Phantom is now after him, so he's planning to go into...
It's been a few days since Pierre's last appearance. I'd wager that he sent that letter after...
I burned them. It was on his orders. I had to burn every letter after reading them. I wasn't even allowed to...
Sure sounds like you're trying to use the lack of witnesses or evidence.
No, I swear, this time I'm only telling...
Well, we can check the truth of your statements at the Opera House. I hope you know what'll be coming for you if I were to find...
I know, I swear I...
My thanks to you both.
Bonnie helped, too.
That's true. It was all thanks to her that Bernard was finally exposed.
Well...
And it looks like she's grown quite fond of you two as well. Then I'll...
It was that obvious, huh? Well, even though it didn't feel like Bernard was lying, after talking to him, we investigated so quickly that perhaps we've missed a thing or two along the... Is there still anything The Marechaussee Phantom found Bonnie and the Lefebvre pendant at Pierre's residence.
Yep. Infamous and associate with that initial suspicion.
Why would he leave such an obvious trail for us to follow when he took so much... Bernard claims to have received a letter last night from Pierre.
Until the location. Yeah.
If Bonnie had imitation synth in her body, then she was a liability that had to be recovered at all costs. And thinking about it, Bernard only attracted our attention in the... Could it be that the person who wrote the letter also knew nothing about Bonnie? Well, we've discovered that Bernard is responsible for the trafficking.
Oh, there's law. No, no. Driven. Yep. Action. Say it first. Yeah, connection. Oh.
There's no need to rush.
Okay.
Now behave.
Well.
And
Ow! That hurt. Ow!
Oh man, 18.
Is everything I still feel like? Also, I've had this. No good. I've still got nothing.
Oh boy.
And I'm nearly out of energy.
Don't force yourself.
Let's go to the Humane Society before my energy.
Oh man. I wanna know the truth.
now behave and
Ow! That hurt.
Boom. Damn it. Oh man.
We investigated. Is there still any? The Mars show say fan.
About that. It's no. Yep.
Why would he leave? Bernard claims.
Yep.
If Bonnie had and thinking about it, could it be that the? Well. Yeah, according to Bernard, Pierre
Yeah.
also. The final question is, why did I?
Oh. There we go. The third person.
Deductive mode deactivated.
now behave.
Ow! That hurt.
Yep, okay, it's a default win. Hold that right there.
Is there something else you need from me, traveler?
Bernard and Pierre, they weren't really acting alone, were they?
Huh?
I see. It all makes sense now.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Because he has been kept in the dark all along. And I assume it's the same with Pierre.
Bernard thought he was communicating with Pierre, and Pierre thought he was taking orders from Bernard. But for all this time, neither of them knew that there was a third person all along.
That never quite added up for me. Why did Pierre feel compelled to return to his home with Bonnie and the pendant and make them so easy to find for the Marechaussee Phantom?
Any animals Pierre received from the floating barrels should have been taken directly to his base. And considering his precarious situation, the pendant should have been the last thing Pierre would leave lying around.
Both of these things are in stark contrast to his usual meticulous and vigilant behavior. There's only one reasonable explanation. He was following orders, just like Bernard.
True.
He probably received the following instructions right before the Phantom came knocking on his door. Unbeknownst to him, however, the third person who wrote that letter to him had long decided to sacrifice him and Bernard to save themselves.
They instructed the two men to communicate through letters and barrels specifically, so that they'd never get to meet each other. Honestly, this third person probably planned to sell both of them out from the very beginning.
What? You can't be serious.
If you focus only on Bernard's testimony, it's easy to believe that only Bernard and Pierre were working together. The case appeared extremely simple. Bernard did the trafficking, Pierre the imitation synth production, drugging, and stuffing.
With everything accounted for, the third person would then be cleared of all suspicion.
Wait. But that doesn't make any sense. If that's the actual truth, then as soon as Pierre is caught...
Yep, which is why the third person made sure that Pierre, once they had instructed Pierre to expose himself, the third person wrote to Pierre again, suggesting that everything had been taken care of, and he should take Bonnie and safely return to his base.
They then ambushed Pierre and made him disappear.
Of course, Pierre's disappearance at such a sensitive time immediately made him a prime suspect. All the third person would have to do from that point on would be to lead the Phantom to investigate the Humane Society and get Bernard to confess the truth.
Bernard would then testify that Pierre was the one who came up with the whole plot, and Pierre would be seen as having gone into hiding in anticipation of getting caught.
Wait, so you're saying that the letter I received
Is that what happened?
It's you! It's this woman.
I'll get back to headquarters right away and reinvestigate this case from the top.
Not so fast.
Chevra said that assumptions can be detrimental to solving a case. Someone among us, however, has been feeding us all kinds of preconceived notions ever since our first meeting. They suggested that Pierre's disappearance was an attempt to escape the judgment of the law, and that Pierre was a scion of the Lefebvre family. But if the disappearance is truly just a cover-up for a murder, then couldn't the true scion have been an illegitimate daughter, rather than an illegitimate son?
Miss Elodie Lefebvre.
Huh?
Haven't you taken this joke a bit too far? You're right. I did let a lot of assumptions get to my head when I first started to talk to you about the case. I'll make sure to correct my behavior.
You deliberately fed us lies, but even you could not control every last detail of your plan. There was a flaw in your scheme, and something didn't quite go as planned. Getting the Marechaussee Phantom to notice Pierre was only the first part of your plan. Had they failed to take notice of the Humane Society, they could have cast a wider net. And you couldn't predict what they might possibly find if given enough time. This, of course, was the main weakness of your plan.
And once the Special Patrol and Lenny got involved, it became even harder to control the outcome of the investigation. Yep.
As someone accustomed to acting from behind the scenes, you didn't want to take the risk of personally proposing a raid on the Humane Society. So, you thought about pulling a few more strings, so all the suspicion would point towards Bernard and his society.
A great option, of course, would be to also dispose of Bonnie and leave her body at Pierre's base in anticipation of a later discovery.
Once the Phantom expanded their search, it would only be a matter of time before they found Pierre's base. If a cat lasts, it wouldn't be long until the Phantom would figure out exactly how she had been mistreated and turn their eyes towards the one organization that has been sending boatloads of animals out of Fontaine.
However, something unexpected happened at the base. Bonnie managed to escape in the chaos.
It was probably during your ambush of Pierre. You didn't even have the time to check if she had already been stuffed full of imitation synth. Still, you soon found another opportunity. Before long, like Bernard, you desperately wanted to confirm the contents of her stomach, so you hurried to find us. Unlike Bernard, however, you were hoping that Pierre did have the time to make her swallow a load of imitation synth. While investigating the suspect's cat, we unexpectedly discovered that the suspect has been smuggling imitation synth using living animals as intermediaries. That was your plan, in any case. With that, you'd have been able to lead the investigation towards the Humane Society.
But Bonnie was very lucky. But you were extremely unlucky.
Bonnie had managed to escape before Pierre was able to stuff her full of imitation synth. That part of your plan could no longer be carried out. But as shrewd as you were, you came up with another plan right away. You manipulated the Traveler and I to help you identify Bernard as a key suspect.
You knew Lenny was investigating the case with Chevreuse, and you also knew of Lynette's previous encounter with the Lefebvre family.
You used the Lefebvre name as bait to get us to join your investigation. With 2 extra bodies around, the Special Patrol is...
So, what you're saying is, I went to all...
Of course, you did far more than that. Just now at Lumidu's Harbor, were you not the person who highlighted the suspicious activities of the Society?
By showing us the port's travel logs.
You even highlighted the Society's activities during your compilation of the logs. So, moreover, the logs contained no records of the Port Authority's activities.
And what are you trying to suggest with that?
I am insinuating that you had plenty of opportunities to transfer the raw materials for imitation synth from the harbor to a boat, and then sail over to the meeting place full of floating barrels.
Once Bernard had placed the animals in barrels, you'd open the lids and also dump in the raw materials. As long as you did it before Pierre came for his pickup, there'd be no one the wiser.
And that's how neither the trafficker nor the manufacturer knew there was a third person who supplied the raw materials and surreptitiously operated between them.
First, you got in touch with both parties and secured the raw materials. Then you instructed Bernard to prepare the floating barrels and the animals. After that, you slid the raw materials into the barrels next to the animals and requested that Pierre pick up the barrels and bring them back to his base.
Pierre manufactured imitation synth using the raw materials you provided, stuffed the animals, and placed the animals back into the barrels. Having received the green light from you as Pierre, Bernard then retrieved his animals and shipped them out of Fontaine once he had received enough for a full batch.
I can't believe it.
So what do you think she's going to say next?
Ever thought about a career in writing crime novels? But do you have any evidence?
Ever thought about a career in writing crime novels, huh?
It appears that it's quite easy to predict what you'll think or say. Then if we apply that to this case, we can also think of a few places to look for incriminating evidence. You know very well that this case will not end until Pierre is found. So you will have him commit suicide out of fear and shame to end the investigation for good. That way, you can also pin the blame for the overseas smuggling activities, the theft of the harbor's confiscated raw materials, and even the Lefebvre name on him. But you still want it to appear as if he had sent that last letter to Bernard, so you have to make sure he cannot be found until after Bernard has confessed to the authorities. To do that, you either will hide his body until you've found an appropriate time to set up a fake suicide scene, or you'll dump it someplace where the location would ideally allow you to keep the body hidden for some time while also letting you keep an eye on it.
You could also keep him in a very cool environment to be handled later, or set a fire to make it look like he had burned himself to a crisp. An example of such a place may be somewhere in your own boat, or underneath the waters near Lumidu's harbor.
There are only so many options to hide a person's time of death after all. As long as the Phantom investigates each of the possible, especially since, as the prime suspect who will now be taken into custody, you will know—
How absurd. And on what grounds will you order my arrest? Don't think for a second that your spouts of nonsense—
Elodie Lefebvre!
Okay. Dang.
As the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, I hereby declare you as a suspect in the case. If you have any objections, you may raise them later during interrogation.
Traverse, Lenny, you're here too.
That's right. We received a message from Lumiduce Harbor that you were going to investigate the Humane Society.
While at the harbor, we noticed something else extremely interesting. Apparently, you often used all kinds of excuses to swap your shifts. And if one were to match the times of your shifts to the activities of the Humane Society and those of certain foreign ships, they'd find them to be an exact match.
That's just a coincidence.
Yes, I'm sure you have already thought of a dozen different ways to explain away the suspicious activities. But as far as evidence goes...
Don't worry. If it turns out that the guards are still unable to find any evidence after all this, Lynette and I will do everything in our power to clear your name.
Although judging by her reaction, I assume no follow-up from us will be needed.
The Lefebvres were infamous for using disguise and infiltration to achieve their goals.
Judging from the timeline, they likely arranged for you to enter the guards before the fall of the clan.
Not only that, but you actively participated in the interrogation, arrest, and judgment of the Lefebvre. You brutally and cruelly abandoned your allies as soon as they outlived their usefulness. Just like a lizard cutting off its own tail in order to live.
So...
Walked out by a sudden. What the hell?
What was? They were worthless scum. All of them. Not just Bernard and Pete. I lost all my chances of a normal life just because I was born into their lot. I had to live in constant fear of them while they were alive. And even once they were gone, I had to continue to bury my heritage and my name. Always. Do you know anything about what I've been through over?
I don't, and neither do I care.
No one asked about your past. You can save that speech for the trial.
Are you?
Elodie, you're the only one still living under the shadow of a name.
That's enough. Keep your hands where I can see them.
What a joke. What a joke! Hey!
What? Is that a mom?
Don't come any closer.
What's that?
Know what this is? I've secretly planted loads of explosives in the Humane Society. Just one step closer, and whether they're cats, dogs, or just unlucky human employees,
What the hell?
they'll all be blown up into smithereens.
Girl, you are insane.
Surely you bunch of goody two-shoes won't let that happen, right?
Oh, I don't know which one to pick. Oh, Lenny.
I can understand how you feel. But if you were to endanger innocence now for your own gain, the public anger towards the Lefebvres would only rise to a boiling point, and the families of the new victims would be dead set on exacting revenge on you.
And what of it?
I'll be your hostage, Elodie.
What?
You'll do this, Lenny.
Thanks for your concern, Traveler. But we need to end all of the hate and violence arising from this clan once and for all. I'll raise my hands and come over slowly.
I'm watching you. Don't think for...
That's right. Just keep your eyes on me. Don't look away.
Lynette, coming for a touch. Oh.
Phew. So I was right after all.
Yep.
This is it. Looks like it's just a toy.
Oh.
Guess that's probably why she suddenly flipped and knocked out Bernard. He probably knew that there were no explosives at the society.
Well, given that she never even showed her face to Bernard and Pierre...
Thank you for your help, everyone.
If statements are all you... I still need to go back and explain some things to the crew. Ah, so you do remember. Yes, once I'm done talking with the troupe, I'll make a nice cup of tea and bring Bonnie.
Oh boy. Oh, jeez. Wow.
All time, bro!
Hello, Lynette.
Black tea and a cute kitty. Want some?
A cup of tea, please.
I hope you'll like it.
About Elodie's case, are you not interested in any follow-up developments from it?
Not at all. Information is indeed very important, but if you were to try to collect every piece of information you come across, your efficiency would actually decrease. Plus, if you just think about it, what sounds more fun? Writing a statement or enjoying a tea party?
The tea party.
Great answer. That'd be my pick too. Had we not run into that case, we could have spent the entire day like this. But now, I'm running low on both time and energy.
The key isn't how long you spend in standby mode. With quality time, you should be able to recharge more quickly.
You're right. I can sense it. I'm recharging very quickly at the moment.
Still have a question though. When did you start to suspect Ellie?
Something about her rubbed me the wrong way since the very beginning. But to be more precise, it was probably around the time when I saw Bonnie try to get away from her.
Back then, Elodie tried to get close to Bonnie.
Elodie tried to get close, but Bonnie deliberately dodged her. Maybe Bonnie had tried to evade her before. Not everyone who likes cats is a good person. But if cats like you, you're probably alright.
Fair enough.
Humans tend to overthink things, but cats rely on their instincts. She took a liking to you the moment you met.
Wow. Nice. And that is... Let's get primos. Wow. Nice. Oh. Huh? And now we've got... $43. Who knows, maybe by the time that I get the next version, maybe I'll have 45 wishes ready. Let's go all these then. Then let's head over to Natlan. And do these.
Mind the wind. Easy now, Kakuku.
Just place this down. And put in a bunch of...
Oz, reveal thyself!
Here. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. Oh, it's been 2 hours already. This is a fun stream, even though I don't really farm anything. Okay. Bye bye.